All right, guys, so this is the 360 frontal from Beauty Forever. It is 18 inches. This is what it looks like. And then I have 3 bundles of, I think it was 20, 20, and then 18 inches. So here are all the products that I'm using. I'm using bleaching powder, 2 different kinds, just because this is what I had in my stash. I'm using 30 Developer for the mixture, and then I'm going to use these ion coloring bowls that I got from Sally's Beauty. So what I'm just doing is, mixing all of the mixtures. I'm having 3 bowls done at a time, so I'm not constantly, just going over each, filling a bowl up every time I run out. I just keep a couple of them ready so I can not waste any time. So I'm doing that, and I'm making sure I'm saturating every single bundle in this wig. Make sure you're saturating it so when it's time to color it, the color comes out phenomenal. If you don't saturate it, some pieces are going to still be black, and we don't want that. So I left this on the hair for about 30 minutes, and then I washed it out. So that's basically how I did it. I shampooed all the color out, and that's what I did before it was time to tone it. So now I'm just going to start with my root dye. I'm just using this box dye for the roots, mixing this together, and I'm simply just applying this to the roots of the frontal. No other portion but the roots. If you want to see how I make wigs, make sure you check out my previous video on how to make a curly wig. I have that linked down below. But this is basically just me just doing the roots. Then when it's time to begin, doing the hair, I sectioned it off from front to back. And I just took, a couple rows of hair and braided each row down to section off the hair so I know which color is going on which one. So that's basically how I did that. Okay, so with each layer, I did the same exact step. So I would mix together, my developers with the toner that I wanted. I would put it on, each section and then separate it with saran wrap. I'm going to show you how I do that. But, I'm just mixing the toner and developer together to make sure, it's nice and, mixed together to be toned. And the hair, I toned it while it was a little bit damp. So that the color would seep through well enough. So like I said, I'm just taking the color. I'm doing it in order. The order will be in the description box below, but I'm going to tell you which color I'm using with each section. But just applying it and separating it with saran wrap, and I completed that through the entire wig. Okay, so then when it came up to the frontal piece was a complete separate section. This is my failed attempt at doing the weaving motion. So I'm doing the weaving motion and mixing two separate toners on one side and the other, just because I wanted the frontal piece the blondes to be a little different. I didn't want them to be just one color like each section before. So I kind of mixed them to give them a little variation of blondes. So I'm doing the weaving motion and then I'm separating it using two separate toners. I believe I used T14 and T18. I did one on one side and one on the other. So this is what it's looking like prior to me finishing and washing it up. So at this point, I'm leaving it on for about 30 minutes and then it's time to rinse. So I use 3 shampoos to make sure, the hair is getting washed properly, the color's coming out great, and that I'm repairing it because I did color it in addition to tone it. So I'm making sure the hair is nice and ready to, be applied and styled. So these are the 3 shampoos I'm using from Ion Color. And I'm just drenching it. I like to put it in the bucket first and then, kind of lather up the hair in there and comb it through. So that's what I'm doing. And then after that, I use these 4 Ion conditioners. And then I let that saturate in the hair for about 15 minutes before I wash it out. So this is just a simple, how I apply the wig. Unfortunately, because I had to go on vacation the next day, I didn't have time to show you guys my hair after when it was styled. So that's what you'll see in the thumbnail. And if you want to see more, you can go on my Instagram. But this was the night before my vacation, so my hair stayed wrapped up. So my bad, y'all. But this is basically how it turned out. I already pre-styled it and braided with my Beyond the Zone Curl Custard and Mousse. I applied it with my Bow Hold Active Glue and wrapped it up and went to sleep. And that's all, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and check out my other videos in the playlist. Bye.